approach that. And I started thinking about what can I write honestly about the black experience, my own personal black experience, since the funky sound really comes from the black experience, What can I write about? I couldn't write about chain gangs because I'd never been to jail, I couldn't write about work songs because I hadn't worked in the cotton fields. I was born in Chicago, right? The Watermelon Man. What could be more ethnic than that? The Watermelon Man going through the alleys of Chicago. So I said, well, how can I capture that feeling of the Watermelon Man? And I started thinking about the cobblestone alleys of Chicago. That it was a horse-drawn wagon and the cart going over the cobblestones. Maybe I can capture something that has a rhythm that's inspired by that. That's how I came up with it. That was a rhythmic thing. Well, and then I started thinking about what did the Watermelon Man say? What kind of melody did he? Because he would sing something.
Yeah.
But it was watermelon, red ripe watermelons, and some little song. And I said, well, that's not really that melodic in a song sense. And I started thinking, what about the ladies leaning over their back porch saying, hey, Watermelon Man. And I started thinking, hey, Watermelon Man. And that's how I came up with it. Watermelon Man. That's how I came up with that. But what I didn't know was something that I found out, again, thanks to Donald Byrd, when he had a conversation with Mongo Santamaria, when I played for my first time with a Latin group. And Mongo Santamaria, a great Cuban conguero that passed away quite a few years ago, they were having a conversation about relationship between Afro-Cuban and Afro-American music. And Mongo had said that he never found a thing that was really the link between the two. So I'm half hearing the conversation, and finally Donald says, hey, Herbie, why don't you play Watermelon Man for Mongo? So I went up on the piano and I started playing. And I started playing this, and little by little, the musicians started picking it up. Pretty soon, everybody was dancing. Mongo got on his congas. When he got on his congas, all of a sudden something clicked. And he said, it's a Wahira beat, and it worked with Watermelon Man perfectly.
And so, now we'd call it world music, but I mean, it was just a spontaneous beat.
So it became a huge hit, not only here in the States, but all over Latin America too.
Well, could we try?
Okay, here we go with Watermelon Man. First, we're going to do it a little bit, the kind of original way that I wrote it back in 1962. And then we're going to switch to a version that's more like what the Headhunters did in 1973.
Did anybody ever sort of say, well, okay, there's Watermelon Man, we better have Return of the Watermelon Man, or, you know, there wasn't, you just moved straight on and did other songs and other records with quite different concepts, you know?
Well, actually, what I tried to do, well, first of all, I didn't say that Mongo Santamaria recorded Watermelon Man, and his record became a top 10 hit.
Yeah.
You know, and so when that was a huge hit, that was at the same time that I had John Miles Davis's band.
So you didn't need to think about that right now at that moment, I guess.
I mean, but how? I mean, I was thinking, it doesn't get better than this. Here
No.
I am playing with the top band in jazz, and I walk down the streets of New York, and all I'm hearing is my song "Watermelon Man" playing in everybody's window. And I was 23 years old when I joined Miles's band, so I felt pretty good.